Let's talk about GoPro and accessories. And I'm going to give you my top 5 accessories I think are required when you purchase a GoPro, and here they are. Number 5 I recommend would be the Media Mod, which is in its simplest form. Essentially what it does, it allows your GoPro to do so much more. It gives you a few capabilities, it takes away some, but essentially it gives you some. It's got a mic in the top corner, so it makes the audio a little bit better from the standard GoPro. But it also gives you an audio jack in the back, so you can then expand your audio to something, maybe it's a shotgun mic or maybe it's a wireless mic system. So many possibilities with that. Secondary to that is you also have the ability to continuously charge the GoPro. Now you might get into overheating issues depending on your scenario, but you can plug it in so that you have continuous power and you don't have to worry about changing batteries all the time. You have 2 cold shoe mounts on the outside, so therefore you can mount other things to your GoPro, gives you a little bit more flexibility. So I got this with a combo, so it was this along with the Volta stick. I had a light that went on the top. The Volta stick, if you don't know, essentially gives you the ability to plug in the stick, which gives you controls and more battery. That combo is fantastic, but for this number 5, I'm giving you the Media Mod. My number 4 is alternate mounting options, and that includes a whole host of things, including things like selfie sticks, includes things like floaties for if you're going to go in water. It also includes something I'm using right now, and I've got 2 of them, which is a clamp with a mount on the end of it. That clamp allows you to basically screw it down on one end onto something, and then the other switch allows you to maneuver it, and then you tighten it all and it doesn't go anywhere. So there's so many different options out there. Things like this you can get in a pack. The one that I've referenced on other videos is the newer pack. I believe you get 50 or 60 items in there, and I will list it. That comes with so many. It comes with chest mounts, it comes with wrist mounts, more options than you're probably ever going to need, which is a great thing. And of course you've got the GoPro mounts and a whole host of different varieties of them. My number 4 is mounts. Mounts, as many as you think you may need for different scenarios, and a lot of times they're multi-use. So the clamp I was referring to, I now have my phone connected to it with my notes. So that's one way I can use it. I can put my GoPro on there, I can get so many other devices on that. So it's not just one function for your GoPro, it's multi-function, but same thing with this. If I'm going to use another underwater camera, then I'm going to utilize this so it doesn't float away. Number 3 on my list is mics. We have wireless mics, I have it right here, and we have shotgun mics. So both can work with a GoPro. You do need the Media Mod for something like this or like this. So this reference is number 5 on the list, but you need that in order for these to work. But the audio that you can get from something like this or something like this, it really steps up the game. The GoPro is known for being an action camera, and then add the Media Mod and it's known to be a vlogging camera, a selfie camera, a family camera. So many different scenarios you can use them, but the audio level really gets stepped up when you're using something like this. So the fact that you have the ability to do that with such a small, compact, high quality camera, fantastic. Number 2 on my list also incorporates a few different variations, but the one that I've been utilizing is the snap mount, and my number 2 selection is a quick release system. So the last thing you want to be doing is taking these thumb screws and taking them off, changing it and putting it onto something else. It just takes so much time to do so. And if you're trying to catch action shots or family stuff, then the last thing you want to be doing is stood in the corner, taking off a thumb screw, putting it on something else, putting in another thumb screw. The quick release system, I went with snap mount. I have a few other ones that I can also list, but the snap mount is great. One drawback is it adds weight because this is metal. It's great quality, but it is metal and it adds weight to the whole system. But you can very quickly go from a chest mount to a selfie stick. So going from something like this to a selfie stick, and this one actually has some extra little mounts on there, little hooks that you can see. And what happens is you put it on, you twist, and that thing is not going anywhere. And the other ones you just place on there, so you can get a chest mount where it just goes boom onto your chest. It doesn't work on the back, but they're very strong. I've used them for a whole bunch of different scenarios, and again with them little hooks on there, that's not going anywhere. So really good, strong system. I went with snap mount. So many other options out there that you can utilize, but you definitely need a quick mounting releasing system. So this in conjunction with the alternate mounts, the selfie stick like I mentioned, one of these, put a quick mount on here and it just makes things so much quicker, go from one to the other to the other. Believe me, it saves you time and energy. So my number one pick is all-encompassing as well. There's a few different things within this, but basically it's the essentials, the basics of what your camera needs to work. You have batteries, aka power, and you have memory, aka memory cards. So here's my recommendation. Batteries, as many as you can afford. The GoPro ones, the Enduro ones are the best that they've ever released in terms of specs. So that's something I recommend. I think I grabbed a few of them. Whether it's third party, whether it's GoPros, either way, just batteries, batteries, batteries. Without these little things in here, the camera doesn't work. So you're gonna need as many of these as you can. That's a third party one that I found. And then beyond that, a case and charger to have them in. So there's my actual GoPro battery, and they all go in here and I can charge them, and then I can take one out and put the other batteries in. So 1.1 in this list, part of that is just something along these lines. So this is a Anker power brick. It has USB-Cs, two of them on the front and one here. And this is an actual power bank that you plug into the wall. So you either plug into the wall, have 3 outlets to charge to. While it's charging, this thing is also charging too. So you can take this out and about and recharge stuff. So I could basically combine that and that. This charges batteries, this is a power bank, away I go. This actually comes in with a built-in USB-C. So that can go directly in there, charge everything, and away you go. Or, charging phones and whatnot. So just some type of external battery for on-the-go use, so that if you do happen to go through all your batteries that you happen to have, you can then charge more and extend more. And then the last part of my entire number one is memory cards. If you try and use the GoPro without a memory card, it doesn't have internal memory, so therefore it does not work. So this is what I have. This is a SanDisk. This is the Ultra. So small, right? So small. That's what micro USBs are all about, tininess and fastness. I have the SanDisk Ultra. A lot of videos and research that I did, apparently the SanDisk Extreme is the better one for the camera. I found this one 512 gig and I've had no issues with it. Apparently if you have slower speeds than a specific type speed, then the camera basically tells you can't use that memory card, so pick carefully. Again, I have the SanDisk Ultra and the SanDisk Extreme. I have a whole bunch of both. And this one actually works for the GoPro. It doesn't work for some of my other devices because it says it's not fast enough, so just be very cautious of what you are buying. But the Extreme does work, and the Ultra does work for the GoPro. So that wraps up my list for GoPro accessories, my top 5. So I think these, you might say these are the essential of what you'll need to get by with an action camera like the GoPro. These will work for really a lot of different scenarios. These will work for different cameras, different situations. So you're not just buying it for your GoPro, but it definitely helps. And that's how you will expand your GoPro experience with getting these different things over time. That is my list for the top 5. Thank you. Bye.